Sports betting brethren, hey, bring it up, and thanks for stopping by here on Wednesday, December 1st, 2021, as we bring you the OddsJam.com picks report. Here at sportsbetuniversity.com, we teach courses and classes on how to use this betting tool. This betting tool is founded and started by Alex Monahan. He's a math and computer science graduate from Stanford and had made this tool, and it's been very, very profitable over and over. We've tested it, we've monitored it, and it's the real deal. It's very robust, and we're going to get into sort of some daily picks and daily selections and teach you how to use this tool to make money betting on sports. And again, stop over to sportsbetuniversity.com. We have a course purely and solely for this to teach you how to use it. You can also join the YouTube channel and learn a lot from Alex and his videos, but we're going to bring you a daily picks report, kind of go through and explain how he came to these selections and how this kind of works. So hopefully you find this very, very helpful. Make sure you get over to OddsJam too to get a free trial for your own self to start and play with this and practice with it and get used to it, because it's where it's at and it's the only way to do it. Okay, guys, here again, this is Wednesday, December 1st, and just open up the OddsJam screen here, the homepage. I want to remind you, you do get a free trial to get signed up, but I'm going to try to do some selections for you each day. And actually this morning I'm in Denver, so mountain time, I was about 8:30, and put in some bets in the bet tracker. So we're going to open those up and take a quick look. You can see here we have some pending, and some of these are actually for Saturday and Sunday, some college football. I want to remind you that these are very changing, fluctuating lines, and so you really have to be quick and get on it. Actually, you can see here, as I mentioned, a little after 8 o'clock this morning, mountain times, when I play some of these, and we have some graded out here. You can see a pending one, the Georgia-Alabama game. But I'll kind of start off with what we have going today here as December 1st. And again, got these lines this morning with opening up at Seattle and college hoops against McNeese State. It picked up at minus 110. New Sports Illustrated company we just got signed up with, and that's obviously a pending bet. We'll scroll up here at Fox Bet, picked up the Arkansas Pine Bluff at 28.5. I know that line's moved down a little bit, so we got that at minus 105 over at Fox Bet. A couple more at Sports Illustrated, picked up a little bit more Arkansas Pine Bluff at 27.5. That was a highly positive EV expectancy with this particular one. So that's why I went a little bit more. It was when you open it up, I'll show you here in a minute how we come across that on the positive EV page. Holy Cross here at +2, and we picked up a little bit more Holy Cross on the money line at +120. BetMGM was on the money line, and then we picked up Sports Illustrated at +2. Another BetMGM at +2.5 as well, so with Holy Cross. And I'm kind of showing you the bets with the bet tracker. I'm going to pop on over to the positive EV page. A couple more here, over 149.5 on the Central Arkansas game. And that's at Fox Bet. And lastly, at Sports Illustrated, picked up the minus 5.5 point spread with Florida Atlantic. So that's how we came to those games. But basically what we do is pop in here first thing in the morning at the positive EV page. And again, this is going to be completely different information here as we record this, but over here on the left-hand side, you can see the percentage edge potential on the profit side of things. What we typically do, what I've kind of been using as a protocol, as you scroll through here, you can see this potential edge, but what I'm looking for, and you can see this predominantly in some money lines, some large money line discrepancies. Basically, the OddsJam perfect line, which is essentially Pinnacle, is grading this out at a minus 52.63 with Arkansas on the money line. You can pick that up at minus 4,500 at DraftKings, but that's something that we just are not going to, be putting $5,200 down to win 100, with the odds in that stage. So kind of as you scroll through here, we're finding some other bets that ideally we were maybe in the 6 or 7 percentile range. Again, this one's something that, if you read, the way we would read this particular scenario is if they got the OddsJam perfect line at minus 137 and at plus 117, there'd be some value at plus 140 at Caesars, taking Pacific in the money line. So that's something that you could do, taking an underdog there, and that's how you would read that and use that, because you always want to have that added edge or added value. For example, in this one, plus 109, total first half points in the under, that at plus 130 at the Giants. That's a good pick, and I think that's one we already have logged. So we like that 6.22 profit edge that is there. So if you wanted to add that to your bet tracker, you simply hit this. You'd have under plus 130, and it tells you the sports book, and you place your wager here and then hit save. So that's how you would keep track of that and add these selections. One thing I want to point out too is if you ever have the odds change dramatically during the course of the day and prior to the game, some of these sports books will allow you to refund and cash out. There's obviously a time period where they will not allow you to do that, but you'd have, if things dramatically changed over the course of the day for whatever reason, and you lock these in early in the day, you'd have the opportunity to change. This is how we would read this. So here we have basketball, Fresno State versus San Diego. The OddsJam perfect line has a point spread here at San Diego +7 and -150, but +124 with Fresno State at -7, but you can get that at +145 at DraftKings. So that'd be something to consider. Again, try to target 5-6% and above, but certainly this is still another one to be a little bit interested in, and wouldn't be surprised if you saw Fresno State kind of hold this game close because, again, this is typically you wouldn't want to go against the OddsJam perfect line, which is, again, essentially Pinnacle. So that's how you read this, and that's how you add the games to the bet tracker, and we'll be grading these out in the morning. We may add some more on our own a little bit later in the day today as we see the markets move and adjust, but we want to, again, pass along those selections to you today, and you can follow along. And again, make sure you get your free trial set up at OddsJam. We'll have a link below that you can hit and click that, and then it'll get you started and get you running so you can test drive this Ferrari for yourself. So if you have any questions, you can always email me at info@sportsbooksuniversity.com. And once again, we have a class and a course set up specifically and only about OddsJam, where we compile all the extra details, all the extra tips, the methods, and everything we've learned and we've compiled in the last several weeks, several months, working with OddsJam, trying to help people expedite their education. So if you want a course or a class on that, again, click on over to our website at sportsbooksuniversity.com, and we will get you going ASAP. So, all right, thanks a lot, brother, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.